Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. So I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings and looking forward to being with you for Coffee and a Card. So we're gonna make a card and I always feel like I need some Jeopardy music right now. As I pull it up, make sure that y'all are here, that I am here. All the things, you know? All right, so here we go. So hi Trudy, hi Jean, we are here. So I'm gonna have some happy mail for you today. And then we are going to make two different cards, same layout, but different products, because I want to give you some more sneak peeks of some upcoming products from the spring mini catalog, which are sitting in a box. Actually, I think, yeah, there, those are the catalogs. About half of them have been mailed out straight from Stampin' Up, and then a bunch more are coming out from me. So catalogs are heading your way. It's very exciting. So hello, Carol. So welcome to everybody who's coming in. Let's start with some happy mail. We'll start with one from Tammy in West Virginia. And oh, she's showing you some newer stuff. Let's see here. All right. I'm trying to get it to set up right. Okay, so she has done the fitting florets, wishing for a beautiful birthday. That beautiful flowery paper there, and the background is embossed. And then I'm also holding up the envelope because she added the flap to it. So I wanted to show how that really ties in nicely together. And the inside has the flower there to tie in with the flowers here. Very cute. All right, next we've got Heather Robinson from Indiana. And, okay, oh, that's cute. Look at the, oh, something's falling out of the middle. The owl. And, let's see here. Okay, this is the Adorable Owls. She put a note in there so I would know what set. This is called the Adorable Owls. This is a celebration set. So this is actually some new upcoming product. So cute. And look at that shimmer paper. I love the glitter. It's your day, my friend. And another piece on the inside. But those are super cute owls. Okay, Kim Glover from Minnesota. And maybe I should start ripping open envelopes before I go live, because sometimes I can't get the cards out of them. It's the pressure of knowing somebody's watching. Just kidding. Okay, so here, now this fits in a smaller envelope. So it's like these size envelopes. So that's the size of card that this is. So it's slimline, but it's like mini slimline. So it's happy birthday with the flowers on there. That is really, really pretty. Okay, Sandra Kane from Florida. Ooh, Christmas card, joy and cheer. Love the plaid colors. And you see she's cut the tree out from the front, so it's on the inside. Says, happy wishes to you and yours. That's really cute. So I really thought the tree was part of the front of the card. Did not realize that it was popped out until I opened it. That's very, very tricky. Can you guys believe that Christmas is less than 2 weeks away? It's crazy. Oh wait, I forgot to look who this is from. This is from Gail Peterson in Wisconsin. Merry Christmas. And it's got that gold shimmer paper there. And it says, may the spirit of the season warm your heart all year long. I love shimmery, glittery stuff. It's so fun. All right. Okay, this one comes from Jen Snell from here in Cedar Falls. Ooh, that's cute. Using the gingerbread Memories and More that we had, I think it was last year. But look at that, how she's used the split texture dies to make it look like a cookie sheet. How cool is that? And so She's got a note there on the inside, but that's cool. I like the way that she made it look like a, not a cookie sheet, a cooling rack. That's what that makes me think of, like a cooling rack for your cookies. Last but not least, we've got Pam Garnett in Florida. Oh, of course. This is a perfect Florida Christmas card with your palm tree and your flamingo. And then it says warm holiday wishes. That is super cute. That feels very Florida-ish. All right, so that's our happy mail for today. Love seeing your creativity and showing it to others. So thank you so much for each of the cards that you send. It's so fun. I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera down. So we're gonna be looking at some new products. And these come from this catalog right here. Both of these. So we've got Celebration. So Celebration is coming your way. Bear with me a second. I have to fix this. Okay. There we go. So Celebration is coming your way January 5th. I think at one point I might have said January 4th. It's January 5th. So dates, you know, but basically all of January and February. Okay, so Celebration, if you're new, is a chance for you to earn free products. So that owl card that you saw me show, that is, let me just grab this. So this is a Celebration item, and I'm not able to show you the inside of this yet, but I can look it up for you. So this is free with a $50 purchase. So when you make a $50 purchase, you could choose to get this stamp set for free. So that's in Celebration. And then I'm going to make a card with some Celebration products here today too. And then we have our mini catalog. So if you're new around here, if you have made a purchase from me in the last 6 months, you automatically get a catalog from me. If not, if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. So just shoot me a message and I will mail you a catalog, because some more just came in the mail for me to send out. Okay, so we're going to set that over here. So first we're going to look at some Celebration. So this is one of the stamp sets in Celebration called Sending Support. And we're going to use 3 of the stamps in here. Now the 2 cards that I'm going to show you are actually the same layout, but totally different products. So they're going to look different, but it's a modified Z fold. So Sending Support is the first one, and I'm pairing it with the Something Fancy dies, which have a bunch of really great tags for your cards. Okay, so our card featuring Starry Sky here is, there are so many ways you might feel right now. Alone shouldn't be one of them. Here for you always. I love this combination of words, you guys. I just think it's so precious to send to somebody. So that's what we're going to do right here. Whoa. Okay, so this is a Z fold. So let's talk about how we make this card. So we're going to take a piece of Starry Sky. It is 5.5 by 8.5. And we're going to bring our trimmer in here. And we're going to score at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to move it over to 2 1/8. And I'm going to score it again. Get my score lines better. They were a little faint. So we scored it 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So we'll start by folding this over. And then we'll fold back our Z fold. There we go. Okay, so on our first one, we actually have to start with the inside of this card. In order to make everything align, you really want to stamp the inside first. So we're going to take our basic white insert. Now this is actually not my standard size, okay? If you've been around here for any length of time, you know that I love my card inserts to be 3 3/4 by 5. It's just what I just love it. I love that size. I love the space it gives, all the things. But for this particular card, I decided to go with 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And that is going to, the reason I'm pointing this out is because it'll make sense for a future step. Okay. So 4 by 5 1/4. So the first thing I've done is I have taken 2 of my stamps and I've set them on the same block, right where I want them to be. So this says, alone shouldn't be one of them, here for you always. And we're just going to stamp that here. And then we're going to go ahead, since the ink is open, we'll also take our white tag and we will do our words on the front of it. There are many ways you might feel right now. Now that I stamped, I should have said in Mossy Meadow. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing Mossy Meadow with Starry Sky, and when you see the Designer Series paper, it'll make sense. So I'm just gonna shake this for a second. My Mossy Meadow is super juicy. There we go. Just want to make sure that it was totally dry. Sometimes when you have a super juicy ink pad, it can take a second to dry. Typically our inks dry basically instantly. But if they're super juicy, it might take an extra second. Okay. Now, obviously this is a Z-fold, okay? So we've got some exposed basic white. So we're going to put our Designer Series paper on here, but we want to make sure that we cover up this white. Now the paper that I'm using is called Dainty Flowers. It's a celebration paper. And here's where I'm tying in the Mossy Meadow, is on the back, because we're going to be able to see both sides of this piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to be putting this on here. Now let me show you a little trick for doing this. First, we're just going to stick some tape, a couple of lines of tape right here. And then we're also going to put 1 line of tape right here, not quite top to bottom, because there is a border left. So our Designer Series paper measures 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line it up over here first to cover the white. And if I do that, and then I drop the side that has been taped, oh, there we go. It's centered because of the size of my Designer Series paper, but now it covers up that basic white all the way around, which is what we were going for. Okay, so then I'm just going to add maybe 3 strips of tape kind of right there in the middle. So I can grab my glitter organdy ribbon, see if I can find the end of it. And we're just gonna kind of weave it back and forth here on the card front 3 times so that my ends are opposite of each other. So you've got an end up here, and we're going to have an end here as soon as I cut it. Of course, I'm going to cut it at an angle because I like the way that looks on my paper. Now, there is a lot of stickiness here, okay? But it's no big deal because we're about to add a die cut. So I'm going to do my Mossy Meadow. And I feel like that might need another one. Kind of just willy-nilly here. I'm putting dimensionals on. And see, now I am covering up all of that extra adhesive there. So then I can take my words and we'll add this to our front piece. Just like so. Now on my sample, I actually used the flat pearls that are coming up in the new catalog, but I ran out of them because I'm doing swap cards. So instead, I'm going to use the iridescent pearls from the annual catalog because they also tie in real nicely with this ribbon. Oops. That's just not wanting to cooperate here. So we're just going to stick one of those there. There we go. And we'll put that one right there. All right, so it just adds a little fun bling that ties in really nicely with that ribbon. And so now when you open it, you can actually, depending on how the person opens it, they are going to see the flowers on the inside. So that's why I'm tying in that mossy meadow. So, and I think the mossy meadow and the starry sky work really well together. So that is our first card. So then they might also open it this way. Whoa. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do the same layout, but what I'm going to do is we're going to do this stamp set. We're going to use Desert Details, and the coordinating dies that I'm going to use, the Desert Details dies, we're going to use these two odd looking shapes right here, okay? So, pull these out for a second. You've got some options when you use these dies. You can use them by themselves, or you can use them together. So here's one of them with the little pointy shapes. And then this one right here. So let me show you real quick a card that uses just this one. So if you only use that middle piece, you would end up with a die that looks like this. Okay, super cute, a really nice looking tag that can go on the front of a card, right? Okay, now we're going to make a card that uses both of these. So I'm going to set these back here on my adhesive so I don't lose them. And again, you know, it kind of keeps with that Southwest desert feel with these dies. So we'll take our, I can't get my piece of paper. Okay, there we go. So we're going to use our smoky slate, and we're using the Desert Designer Series paper. Now, I will tell you, part of the reason I'm also showing you this stuff, even though it's not available until January, is that on Thursday, we have free shipping. I know, right? Yay! Woohoo for free shipping! Okay, so it's free shipping on orders over $75. So if you're seeing some of this and you're thinking, oh man, I might want to stock up on some, is this Smoky Slate? Yeah, pretty sure it's Smoky Slate. On some Smoky Slate paper, because I know the desert paper is coming and I'm going to need some more Smoky Slate. Well, Thursday is a great day to stock up. It's also a great day to stock up on your basics, like your white and your tape, your glue, your dimensionals, things like that. Envelopes, don't forget envelopes. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up there with the free shipping. And then also these products that are coming. Maybe you haven't purchased Starry Night paper before, but after seeing that first card, you might want some Starry Night in your craft room for January. So just something to think about, because free shipping days are always great. Now, keep in mind, Stampin' Up! Is no longer guaranteeing that your orders will come before Christmas. So when you order on Thursday, it may or may not be there before Christmas. Okay, now I'm just going to do a basic insert here on the inside. Again, measuring 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to do our desert paper here, which has some really nice background colors here. Now, I'm having a momentary moment of doubt here for a second. Let me just make sure that I'm telling you the right name of this paper. I wish I could show you the inside of the catalog, but we're just not allowed to. So if you have your catalog, some of you guys I know have already arrived, it's Delicate Desert on page 43. And it's, I keep saying smoky slate. I mean gray granite. This is gray granite paper right here. Okay, so back to what I'm doing here. Just like last time, we're going to take 2 rows of tape, and then we're going to add some tape here. Line it up over that basic white. So we cover our insert. There we go. All right. So then this one, I'm going to take my background gray granite here, and I am going to dimensionalize this piece. Before I stick it down, I want to show you something on this. Now, it's kind of large, so I'm actually going to add some extra dimensionals here, because I want to make sure it stays nice and solid and doesn't dip at all. So I'm going to pop out this little dot here. There we go. So you'll see here we've got 4 little dots that come out of your die cut. And then also these, you might not be able to tell, but if I can gently pull it up here, let me do this with my snips. If I gently pull this up, you see that? So that actually cuts all the way through with this design. And it does that on both sides of the squiggle. I don't know what we're going to call this here. So let me see if I can show you this without ripping it, because I want you to see how these dies kind of work. Okay, so if I put my scissors in here, you'll see that this entire wavy piece, it doesn't fully cut out, but it on the ends, but it does on each side. So you end up with this really pretty die cut here. So I just want to make sure that you can see all of that detail, because it gets lost when you just see it on a picture or just on a flat card. So, all right, so now we'll stick that on here. Now that's true top and bottom. There's also little mini waves right here that are fully cut out as well. Okay, so then here we have our smaller piece. Now this one, I'm going to bring it up close here. This one is stitched all the way around. And these little indents actually kind of match the pokey end of the other one. You'll see in just a minute. But let's start with some Calypso Coral. Since that's in our designer series paper, we're going to grab our flower stamp. Put this here. Now there is a die that cuts this out as well, so you wouldn't have to leave it flat like I'm doing today. Then we'll take gray granite, and our words say, "You are what sunshine feels like." And we'll just add that to the bottom here. Okay. So we can take that and we can tape it onto our card front. So this is what I meant here when I said that these little indents are at the same point as the pokey, pointy thingamabobber. That's the technical term. Right? Pokey thingamabobbers. We're going to start a new trend, y'all. Pokey thingamabobbers. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the same embellishments because, again, I used up all of my flat pearls. I can tell that those flat pearls are going to be one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm going to stick one in the flower, and then I'm going to take some of these small ones, and I'm actually just going to go around the edge and put some of these. I just need some bling on this card, you guys. Oh, I dropped it. All right. So there we have our second Z fold here. And of course you can see the back side of the paper as well. So we've got that one, and then this is Desert Details. And then this one here is using Dainty Flowers and the Something Fancy dies. So a fun little look at some of the upcoming new product that you might be getting excited about. And again, just in case you came in late, there is free shipping on Thursday. So get excited for that. 2 days from now. And it's 1 day only, free shipping. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything else. 12 days until Christmas. How about that? It's 12 days until Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. All right, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee and a Card today. I will see you soon. Don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. Have a great day.